the thing once I start. That's crazy. That's wild.
The courts and our attorneys.
Yo, I did not know that.
I think it's strange that he's not suing an Edmonton.
I was still.
Like, the place he's choosing to do this lawsuit is very, very, very interesting. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community.
I'm getting my pizza.
This is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will. Edmonton is a city. Alberta is a province. It's like a state versus a capital. Oh, okay. Clearly, I don't know much about fucking Canada. The regularly scheduled content. I think it's pretty crazy that if you're like legitimately a mentally disturbed person and you just like lucked into unfathomable amounts of money, you can just consistently be a demon and just sue people and try to. I mean, again, it shows how irresponsible the law world is, and how abusive it can be, and how lawsuits are actually used. I mean, we're talking here about, like, if you look at Hollywood as well, like silencing people. These lawsuits are intentionally chosen to silence critiques of people that he doesn't like or people that critique him the most, that he feels threatened by. Most lawsuits will truly be just a personal vendetta. What evidence would he have, though? So here's why I think that Ethan is going down to defamation lawsuits again.
It's hot as hell, so I'm not eating it right now.
Like we said with fair use, the reason that Denims is getting handed the big fucking W.
I use a cast iron because I love cast irons. So my pizza's really small.
Fair use is pretty.
And the crust is pretty thick.
It's either fair use
You have steam wafted off it. You see that?
With this Denims shit, you know, Ethan's gonna do a response, then Denims will do a response. There's back and forth, but there's only so much back and forth the judge will allow. The judge is like, I don't think this is necessarily a breach of fair use or abusing copyrighted material. But with defamation, you can argue all day long. You can argue all day long. And again, we're not dealing with a rational person here. We're dealing with someone who is making content out of suing people. That is what
I had to work early today, so I ate at like 11 o'clock. Which you don't know,
it's
that's
crazy
pretty
because
early.
again, most of these people watching are broke AF. Like, you are the subject. Like, you're such a guinea pig.
Sorry.
God. But bury them in costly litigation over and over again. And especially if you like, especially if you're capable of reaching an audience that's like constantly demanding and rewarding you for bullying other people through this sort of frivolous litigation. Then you can keep it going. I mean, maybe your audience shrinks. And that's why I do believe that he's keeping it going. But the problem is, between the, I guess, partial win that Denims got in the tentative ruling, and also his community not agreeing with this IDOPS lawsuit, I think he's pushing it.
What's PCR material?
Bless me. I think he's pushing it. I think that he has reached a point in time where his audience are like, dude, his audience for once are split. They're split on the Denims ruling.
So I'm just picking up now.
A lot of them are like, and then a lot of them are like, all right.
Like when your friends are coming over and you rush to clean your room because your mom's getting mad.
A lot of them are like, fuck Ian, fuck Anissa, let's take them down. Thank you guys. And then the other half are like, all right, we're going a little bit too far right now. Because a lot of people, even in Ethan's community, are saying like, why is he not going after Destiny? Destiny's the one that's doing these posts. Destiny's the one that's talking about CPS. Destiny's the one that's talking about Ethan's kids. Destiny's the one that's calling Ethan these accusations. So the audience are like, you're not applying the same standard here.
I have two types of supplies. I have ones my mom bought me that are expensive and stuff.
Ration with it,
and then I have ones that
keep it going for as long as you have money.
I find
it very strange that there's no repercussions against this sort of thing. What is this? Ethan Klein is such a coward. Now he's suing IDUBS and his wife. He's made an entire career out of talking shit about people, and now he can't stop suing everyone who talks back. I'm sure the courts will love seeing clips of Ethan saying he will never stop harassing them. The sad part is, Destiny, omni-liberal sex pest, is the one who said H3 is likely a pedophile who was molested his own children, so Ethan decides to sue IDubbbz instead.
That's what's crazy to me. Again, we talked about this. Destiny is the one who's saying all this about Ethan. I'm not even repeating this because it's so horrid. Destiny's the one who's saying this.
For decades, fans have been trying anything to break their team's losing streaks, like lining up their fish fillets to face north. That's fresh. If it's worth being a lifelong fan, it's gotta be the original.
Ooh, I should fry some fish.
So why not go after
Ooh.
Destiny? Why are you going after IDubbbz? It's because Destiny also doesn't like Hassan. It all comes back to Hassan. It's just...
He loves to go after people he assumes don't have money to fight back. Yeah, that one is actually really weird. Like that, this one is like such a strange case because like, what's the defamation? IDubbbz didn't do the defamation. A whole ass third party, a separate person did, but you can't go after them because you're afraid. So you're just choosing to go after the person who put the statement on screen. Is that what it is? He's suing Ian for showing this message on stream. Yeah, I don't think that is gonna hold in a court of law. Like, I don't think
It's crazy.
they do that. What's the? I don't think that's even. I don't think there's even. Is there even a precedent for it? Like what could you possibly do in that situation? I mean, if someone else is defaming you and if someone else has defamed me, and another person is like using that for commentary purposes. Is that defamation? Maybe in Canada? I mean, I don't know how it works in Canada. I mean, but the point here is not to win this case anyway. The point here is to make them suffer. Yeah.
And I think that's what people don't understand whenever it comes to Ethan and these lawsuits. A lot of people will be like, well, this is such a bullshit lawsuit. Ethan Klein, in my opinion, is not suing people because he thinks that it's a case that's going to change the world or even one that he's going to win. That's not the case at all. It's to have content. It's to have content. It's to double down. It's to harass people. It's to punish people. That's what it is.
The point here is to make them spend a shit ton of money in defense. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this seems like it's an exceptionally silly defamation suit. Like it's not even like I don't know how any judge looks at this and goes, wow, this seems pretty egregious.
It's also such an interesting. I wonder if they'll bring up pedo troll in court. I mean, again, at the end of the day, it wasn't even fucking. It was Destiny who's saying all of this shit. It's just, oh my god, I can't like. Does Destiny get brought into this? It's also such a weird case to immediately bring as your like, I guess, like first case in Canada or first international one. I guess. So strange.
You know, we're gonna take this to court. Like, imagine going through law school, passing the bar, like maybe becoming a prosecutor, spending your whole career reading, teaching law, maybe becoming a judge, and then you're facing this particular defamation suit. You're like, I've been a judge for 30 years, and now I have to sit here and look at this dumb bull. They gotta do like an Interpol style full court ban for Ethan Klein. They gotta make it so that it's illegal for him to ever sue it.
I just wonder at what stage, like, it's like, is there a limit on how many lawsuits you can do within a year? Or Jesus, at this stage, within a month? I guess not if you have money.
Anybody, they're gonna have his face up in courts all around the world. Like they're gonna be like, do not take any lawsuits from
Do
him.
not come.
And when people say, oh, his lawyer is like taking him for a ride, like I think he's on the journey together. Like I don't think his West Bank lawyer is the one that's like taking him on a ride. I think his West Bank lawyer is just like silly enough to take whatever case that Ethan wants to pursue. And sure, I'm sure he's being rewarded handsomely for it. But like, I'm fairly certain that Ethan is aware of what he's doing. There's a term for it. It's called vexatious litigator. I know, but it's somewhat difficult to become a vexatious litigator, no? A vexatious litigant is an individual who abuses the judicial system. Like, what are the criteria? The 5 and 7 rule. In many states like California, a person is deemed vexatious if they file at least 5 meritless, self-represented lawsuits in a 7-year period. Oh my God.
Wow.
How many has he done? Well, this is in Alberta, so it doesn't even count. How many has he done
He's changing countries so that it doesn't apply. Fuck me.
so far? So we just gotta keep punishing him in the court of law. So in a matter of 7 years. So then after that, it's over. Wait, you have to be self-represented? Like, oh yeah, the system is so cooked.
Jesus Christ.
Litigating lost claims, intending to sue the same person over the facts and issues have already been definitively ruled on by a court, repeatedly filing unnecessary motions, dragging out discovery, or using legal processes solely to cause delays or rack up legal fees for the opposition party. I mean, he has done that, hasn't he? Ethan literally said a while back that he'd be looking at suing Ian in Canada instead of California because he said he was almost positive it wouldn't hold up in California courts due to our slap law, so we already gave the game away. You would know better than anyone. Does he really have that much money to keep doing this shit? I have no idea, bro. How am I supposed to know that? I guess the only retaliation in this circumstance could be potentially against his lawyer if he's like participating in these frivolous lawsuits over and over again. I guess you could complain to the bar or something. But that's it. Not really anything you can do. It's America. If you have money and you're crazy enough, you can literally consistently people on Thursday.
It's unbelievable.
I'm sorry, so short, but we will be back.
It's exactly why it's in Alberta. He wouldn't have a chance anywhere else. It's just really crazy to me in general to be like moving lawsuits around in hopes of them being stronger. They should be strong anywhere.
And I appreciate you being here for this important announcement.
With type 1 diabetes, things can change so fast. After switching to the Freestyle Libre 3 CGM, having diabetes felt a lot.
Have a good day, everyone. They're convinced Ian went broke. Maybe he did. I don't know, but it was under the impression he wrote that early YouTube money to chill life, filming squirrels. I hope he has enough to go after Ethan's dumb ass. I mean, what's exceptional about this is the fact that the other person that made the defamatory claims
Destiny.
and then doubled down on them is not being sued at all by the victim. In my opinion, you should go over Ethan Zionism again sometime for a video. His audience still think he's pro-Palestine. Brother, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we can salvage his audience. Okay?
True.
I think if at this point, after...
I think Ethan's audience have been built on enjoying, again, the type of content that he does, which is trying to ruin people's lives. I mean, what else is constant lawsuit content? I mean, what other YouTuber... I can't think of any other YouTuber that is continuously suing people. It's almost unheard of.
Numerous frivolous lawsuits against pro-Palestinian content creators. After suing Noah Sampson specifically for his piece, his opinion piece on the service that Ethan Klein has provided in defense of Israel's crimes, and he considers that to be defamation. I mean, it's just, I don't even know what kind of audience he has left. I suspect that it's just a weird assortment of like random reactionary toadies all over the internet that congregate and basically use Ethan like a lol cow, right? At this point, it's got to be that, right? I mean, maybe that and like some old head Teddy Fresh lovers, like 37-year-old HR ladies that still think, you know, oh, he's messy. That's why I like him. That's what I envision his audience to look like. That's the demographic makeup. It's just like weird 4chan groypers.
Yep.
And kiwi farm enjoyers that are like, yes, pursue our faith.
I also just can't imagine watching content on a daily basis, specifically live stream content, which is quite intimate, and you really watching it be obsessing over the same, like, really niche people, but targeting their personal lives. Lawsuits are targeting their personal lives. It's not talking about public drama or public things they're doing. It's like trying to be invasive and like spit them down or whatever. But I don't think Ethan will ever admit any more that, you know, it's about the financial burden of it, because he can't say that to his audience because most of his audience is probably fucking broke. It would be a slap in the face to them.
Desires against these people that have wronged me personally by being a hijabi woman online, or you know, pissing me off because they were a woman. Many of them just because they're women, but then also iDubbbz because he actually changed his mind on saying the N-word, and I can't stand that. He grew up, and it reminds me.
So I'm saying he's such a big problem with iDubbbz because iDubbbz did the full, I don't agree with my past content, I'm trying to better and change myself. He grew out of it, Ethan didn't.
Constantly that I never did, and I hate that. How dare he lord over me like this? Destroy their lives. You know, that kind of people. It was shocking to me. Kiwi farmers hate him because he's Jewish? Nah, but the thing is, you forget, it's like the Nick Fuentes equation, right? Nick Fuentes hates Jews, but he hates me more than he hates Jews. You know? And his fan base is the same. I think Nick Fuentes hates Jews more than he hates Israel. And I certainly think he hates, you know, people like myself more than he hates.
Shouldn't Ethan be going after Destiny? That's what everyone's saying. That's what everyone's saying. That's why none of this makes sense. But none of these lawsuits aren't meant to make sense. They're not meant to make sense. The intention of them is not to make sense. The intention of them is to content farm. It's a content mill. And it's also to take out his personal vendetta against people he doesn't like. That Ian was able to be morally superior to Ethan because he doesn't say the M-word anymore. He doesn't, you know, make edgy content anymore, any of these things. You know, Ethan, you know, still makes hateful content, but iDubbbz is saying that he doesn't, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like he walked away from the content cop of it all, but Ethan's making the content nook, you know. Ian's on the pedestal of growth, but Ethan's not. So Ethan's like teaching him a lesson. It's so fucked up. It really, really, really is so fucked up. And it's just like, at what stage does it get too much? At what stage does it get too much? And at what stage, truthfully, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We will leave it there. I will let you know if there's any further update. Well, there will be, but it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. It's gonna be. I wanna. Okay, we gotta end the video. We'll leave it there. Bye.
Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, because it has nothing to do with making sense, and everything to do with the fact that Ethan wants to punish people who have criticized him in the past. That's it, because he's a thin-skinned, narcissistic, multi-millionaire, paranoid.
I just heard about the H3 versus iDubbbz defamation lawsuit. Spent the last 3 or so hours learning about it, getting into the nitty-gritty, figuring out all the bits and pieces, and getting all the morsels of information I could find to really put the nipple clamps on it and figure out what.
Oh boy, Jesus Christ. Oh boy, Hasanabi save us? No, I mean, Moist Critical. Law, is this? This is the god of normies. Lol, Charlie does so much ass covering in this video because of you and others. Is it? Is that the case? I don't know. I haven't seen it, but Moist Critical has officially taken to the H3 versus iDubbbz lawsuit. Now, you guys already know some of the details. Ethan Klein, H3, former fair use precedent setting. Ethan Klein, former podcast co-host of mine, who's been on a tear, basically trying to wrap up all of the people that he feels he's been wronged by with frivolous lawsuits as a vexatious litigant, has done it again. He's done a whole video, or he's launched another lawsuit, this time against iDubbbz, former friend of Ethan as well, because iDubbbz posted a statement that was allegedly defamatory of Ethan Klein, a statement not from iDubbbz, mind you, a statement from Destiny.
It's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree with what's being said in this comment here, but I'm putting it on screen because I think it should be addressed because it's a big, bold accusation that's very
Sex Pestiny, who once alleged that Ethan had his own children and that Child Protective Services should be called to his home. Now I don't know what attitude he takes in
All
this
right,
situation,
I'm done.
in this circumstance.
I'm gonna make zucchini bread.
I expect, given the prestige
You
that
can go
Ethan
now.
Klein